What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Roy's back now, guys. What a start to the week we have had, guys. Taking a look, the overall market is up $50 billion since New Year's. On top of that, you know what that meant. That meant we saw some big buys coming into Vault, baby, totaling in almost six figures worth just last night alone, pushing us back into the 8 zone. On top of that, VoltiChange has its superb updates, making it already better than what it already was upon releasing. Let's get into this. Now, before we begin, guys, please do me a favor and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, guys, and hit the subscribe button and also notification bell for me, please, and thank you. So, guys, here we are. VoltiChange got the widgets in place. New updates to the website, meaning that now we have token data, seeing the exact price and supply of the tokens. And mind you, guys, this is without even having to connect my wallet. As you can see, they even have a ticker up there of their top tokens that they coincide with. Now, over here, we also have a favorite trades tab, like what we see over here on Dex Tools. And also, you got trading history, which definitely will save a lot of time for all of the day traders and swing traders out there. Circling back over here, Volt has been on a downtrend for quite a bit now. It's been roughly 2 weeks or maybe a little more than that until all of a sudden we saw big buys come in. And starting with this one right over here, an $82,000 buy, 64 ETH worth, with, by the way, Pablo is going to be talking about this on his live stream tonight. 13 ETH was bought shortly after that, pushing us into that 57 million range. And then to top it off, an additional 6 ETH were bought. And just like that, guys, that pushed us into the reversal. Zooming in closer for you guys, this is the green candle that we saw switch into this reversal mode. Not only that, guys, but if you took a look at our top stables out there, yes, we have BTC up over the 17K range and ETH crossing over that 1300 mark. Now, there has been a bit of a pullback overall as expected because things shot up dramatically and totally unexpectedly. Now, I believe we're going to see the upcoming CPI reports on the 12th. Fact check me on that one. Don't take my word for it exactly, but I believe it's the 12th, and that should let us know what's going to happen after this pump with the market. Is this going to be the rally that we were waiting to see from back in the holidays before the FTX situation plummeted all of us down to the ground? Or are things just going to continue to remain on the level it's been trading at? I think the first option, but we never know until we actually see how things go down. Circling back to the Volt chart. So guys, we have been on a downward trend for quite some time now. And if you don't know, this was actually pretty interesting because at the time where all the other projects were collapsing during the time of the FUD against centralized exchanges and people being super fearful and big money running away from the markets, just these last 1 to 2 months, Volt was still performing at its own way, constantly moving up on an uptrend. And even when it did have a minor pullback, that's all it was. It was a minor pullback, and we were still sitting up into the 5-0 mark while all the other projects were falling down. And finally, Volt had its correction that was very delayed, and that is a good sign to me because it lets me know that if it took this long for Volt to fall down just to be within the same levels of all these other projects, that means people outside of just us Volt Army are seeing the potential in what this project entails. So much that when they see people running left and right with their money, when things start to turn sideways on them, Volt was still holding its floor steadily. And all it took was just 2 to 3 big buys to come in unexpectedly just in one night. And just like that, our reversal has begun. Now, as you can see, just like in the overall markets, the Volt chart as well is having a bit of a pullback now, which is expected because we shot up exponentially. I mean, this is not like we just shot up from the early 7s to like the late 7s. No, we shot up almost going towards the 9s. I think it was like the 8.5 when I saw it. Actually, even a little higher than that. It was the 8.7 zone that we ended up going up into. That means that it's not going to take much juice to get us back into the 5-0 territory. We saw how big of a difference these 3 buys made in our chart within the snap of a finger. Let's see how things continue to play out. I'm always going to be bullish on Volt, so much that I don't even check how much my coins are worth anymore. I just trust that when the time is right, we're going to be sitting more than all right. And I stand by that. And now we are starting to see the overall markets reflect that belief that we've been having, that things were going to start turning around. I strongly believe that this is the year that we begin that uptrend. Doesn't mean that it's going to be the bull run year, the big bull run pump, but I do believe that Volt may very well have its own bull run before the official bull run. So then that means it'll be like 2 bull runs for Volt pretty much. And we're still waiting on the first one. And I'm very excited to see how this goes, especially when we get to the all-time high we have. That's right. Did you forget the $1 million burn? Especially with the burning that's being done on VoltiChange. So things are finally starting to look up, guys. Let's see how this goes and how far things are willing to push within the short term, because I'm excited myself. With that being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Jazz Royce, and like I always say, I'm going to catch each and every one of you guys at the top.